Welcome back. All right, so I'm going to do something I've never done that I can remember, where I'm going to do a preview video before a team has played the game that will be played tonight. So the LA Kings play tomorrow. They're playing tonight. I'm going to the game in Vancouver, so I have no idea when I'm going to get home. And previewing this after watching the game and getting home probably around 11:30 my time, I wanted to be a little more high energy for the preview and talk about how ridiculous the NHL schedule is. So last night it's 13 games. Tonight there's one. Tomorrow there's 15. Wednesday there's 14 games. Thursday there's 0. And Friday there's 15 games. I've been trying to think of something that's comparable. And even the NFL, who has most of their games on Sundays, it's not 15 games. And there's not 10 games at once going on, so you can't follow all the action. It's just, it feels like it's a bit much. So I do wonder if next year's schedule is going to be the same, but it does feel like this is ridiculousness. So it does go all day, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, with the New Jersey Devils in against the Ottawa Senators. November 10th, it was a 4-3 overtime win for New Jersey, who have won 11 in a row. They're looking for 12. The third and final meeting between these teams will be March 25th. The New Jersey Devils now 14-3. Sharon Govich, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. OT winner last night. See if that's the start of something. Hamilton, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. Has been fantastic. New Jersey, everybody's bought in. On the Ottawa side, they're 6-9-1 on the season. Tkachuk with 7 goals and 14 assists for 21 points has been fantastic. DeBrincat has been picking it up lately from a goal-scoring perspective. 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points, and he's been all around the net too. 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific start between the Calgary Flames and the Florida Panthers. So we have 2 matinee games and then 13 on tomorrow night. So it's going to be the same as last night, plus the power ranking stuck at the end. So this is the first of 2 meetings between Calgary and Florida. They'll meet again on November 29th. For Calgary, they're 7-7-2 on the season. Nazem Kadri, 8 goals, 7 assists for 15 points. Really solid player for them thus far this season. Backlund, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. Might be one of the more underrated players amongst the Flames. Really good two-way player and a solid penalty killer. Florida, 9-7-1 in the season. Carter Verhaeghe, flying under the radar with 11 goals, 7 assists for 18 points. He's been very good. And Montour continues to produce at above a point per game. He's only played 15 games, has 4 goals, 13 assists for 17 points. So Montour has been a beast on the blue line, although with Ekblad back, his minutes and probably his points will cut back a little bit. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, we get into the evening games, starting with Buffalo and Toronto, the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again February 21st and March 13th. Buffalo, it just keeps getting worse. They're now 7-10 on the season. Thompson has been great, though. 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. And Alex Tuch's been good, too. 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. There's been a lot of problems, but they're still scoring goals. Toronto, 9-5-4 is their overall record, coming off of an overtime loss last night against New Jersey. William Nylander, 8 goals to go with 10 assists on the season thus far. And Mitch Marner, he's getting points. 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points. Absolutely remarkable first quarter of the season for both players. Matthews has been picking it up too. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, we have 6 games starting then. 4 starting an hour later, so it's exactly the same as last night. Boston is at home against Chicago. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again March 14th. For Chicago, they're 6-7-3 overall. Kane, 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. Has been very good. Lots of assists. Not as many goals as you might want, but he's been good. Max Domi, again, has been quite good for Chicago so far this year. 4 goals, 7 assists, and very prominent in their games. Boston, 15-2 overall. Their record's ridiculous. Pastrnak, 9 goals, 17 assists, 26 points. Has been a big part of it. And Zacha, who had a good game last night against Philly. 3 goals, 8 assists now for Zacha on the season for 11 points. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Colorado and Washington. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet in Denver on January 24th. The Avalanche, 9-5-1 on the season. Rodriguez with 6 goals and 2 assists. He's been very good for them on the power play and filling in here and there while there's some players out. Newhook, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Had very good opportunities and a goal last night. This could be the start of a turnaround for him. On the Washington side, they're 7-9-3 on the season. John Carlson's been very good for a team that's been struggling to win. 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. And Johansson's been good too. 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. He is more of a secondary scoring guy, but he's been playing well. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Detroit and Columbus. So Detroit coming off of that 7-4 victory over San Jose going into Columbus, who won 6-4 against Montreal. My point being there could be a lot of goals in this game. First of 3 meetings. They'll meet again December 4th and January 14th. Detroit's 8-5-4 on the season. Perron's been quite good since coming in. 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points. Dylan Larkin with 7 goals, 12 assists for 19 points. On the Columbus side, they are 6-9-1 on the season. Johnny Gaudreau, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points. We all know what's expected of Gaudreau, and I think he's played well. The totals aren't what they were in Calgary, but again, not expected to be. And Johnson's been good too. 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. I think it's been a successful rookie season so far. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Philadelphia and the Montreal Canadiens. First of 3 meetings here, February 24th, March 20th, the other 2. These matchups can get really punchy between these two teams, dating back to the 70s, I would think. And of course, in the 80s, there were a lot of punch-ups. I don't think there's going to be a lot of that in this one tomorrow, though. Philadelphia is 7-7-1 on the season, so they're no longer above 500. They're outside of the playoffs and probably fading further. Farabee, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points for him. Konechny with 7 goals and 12 assists. I was going to wear Montreal for the preview, but last time I wore it, it was the reverse retro, and of course they lost that. So I don't want to be wearing Montreal, and Montreal ends quote. See, it's a jinx. So Montreal's 8-8-1. They're at 500, but they were expected to be around that area or a little bit below. Slavkovsky got his first assist in the NHL last night to go with 3 goals. I think, and again, it's not just about goals and assists, it's about progression, and I've seen some of that with Slavkovsky. Dvorak with 3 goals to go with 5 assists for 8 points now. So, yeah, we'll see how this one turns out. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Winnipeg Jets. The first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again on January 13th. Pittsburgh 7-7-3 with the win last night over Minnesota. Crosby heating up 9 goals, 12 assists for 21 points. So Crosby absolutely starting to look like Sid the Kid again. Rust, just 4 goals and 4 assists for Brian Rust this year. I'm kind of surprised his numbers are that low. Then for the 10-4-1 Winnipeg Jets, and I'm wearing Jets because I'm saying, sure, they should win this. Blake Wheeler, 4 goals, 6 assists. He's been up and down this year. Morrissey has not. He's been fantastic. A goal to go with 15 assists for 16 points. That's not bad in 15 games for a defenseman. So Erik Karlsson gets all the attention, but Morrissey's been pretty good too. And then at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, with the Anaheim Ducks against the St. Louis Blues, the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again November 21st. So it's back-to-back games in St. Louis for Anaheim. And March 25th, they have their 3rd meeting, I'm assuming, in Anaheim. 5-11-1 is the record for the Ducks. Zegras, 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points. He is a bright, shining light on a team that's looking for that. Troy Terry's been pretty bright and shiny as well. 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. And so there are definitely some silver linings with this team. The St. Louis Blues, 8-8. It was kind of a clunky win last night over Washington, but they get it done. Kyrou, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. He's been better lately. His numbers are improving. Braden Shen, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points. Seems to have a really highlight reel move every game. Also at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, the Carolina Hurricanes in against the Minnesota Wild. Their second meeting will be January 19th. That'll be in Carolina. For the Canes, they're 10-5-2 on the season. Aho, 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points thus far this year. He's prominent in all their games. Natchez is as well. 8 goals, 13 assists, 21 points. His points production has dropped from the ridiculous start, but it's still there. On the Minnesota side, a disappointing 7-8-2 record. I'm kind of thinking they should win this tomorrow because they have to after that loss against Pittsburgh. Zuccarello, 6 goals, 11 assists for him. Again, very good veteran player for them. Freddie Gaudreau's been good too. 30 goals to go with 4 assists for 7 points. So we'll see how it turns out. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start between the New York Islanders and the Dallas Stars. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again in New York on January 10th. For the Islanders, they're 11-7 overall. Nelson, 9 goals, 9 assists for 18 points. 9 and 9 does not equal 10. So I'm just going to pretend I didn't write that up there, and I'm going to change that to 18. Palmieri, 6 goals, 3 assists for 9 points. Palmieri had a nice goal last night. We'll see how it goes for him today. Or tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, tomorrow for Saturday. 10-5-2 start for the Dallas Stars. They're very good, 20% of the way through the season. Jamie Benn, remarkable turnaround. 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points. Just keeps putting up the points. Rope Hintz, really looking like the real deal. 8 goals, 14 assists, 22 points. There's some young players here that are going to be expensive for Dallas. I think they're going to be worth it. Then at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Nashville Predators. This first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again December 8th. For Tampa, they're 10-6-1 overall. Kucherov, 9 goals, 16 assists for 25 points. He's playing like he should, and like he did a few years ago. He's going to put up ridiculous point totals. Sergachev has really arrived. 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. So on a team where we can discuss the best players and all that, it's easy for Sergachev to kind of fly under the radar, but his point totals, if he can keep that up, excellent. Nashville at 8-8-1. Forsberg, 6 goals, 11 assists for 17 points. Pretty strong turnaround for him after a slow start. Yossi has turned it around after a slow start as well. 3 goals now with 11 assists for 14 points. So while Carlson's going to get all the discussions when it comes to Norris this and Norris that, there are some defensemen that have started closing the gap. And then at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, the LA Kings in against Seattle. As I said, LA's playing tonight, so these numbers do not include the Friday game because I'm not psychic. I apologize, but I'm not. If I was, I wouldn't be here. Your matchup between these teams on October 13th saw Seattle go in and beat LA 4-1, which was a huge upset in many eyes, myself included, to start the season. The third and fourth meetings will be November 29th as well as April 1st. So for LA, they are currently, as I'm recording this, 11-7-1. I'm going to assume they probably do beat Vancouver to go to 12-7-1 because Vancouver's coming home after a road trip, and LA is playing the better hockey. Moore, 5 goals, 10 assists, has been very good lately. I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight, as well as Durzi. 3 goals, 6 assists for Durzi so far in the season for 9 points overall. On the Seattle side, they're 9-5-3 overall. Eberle, 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points. He's picked it up recently. McCann, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. He was one of the top stars last night. We'll see if he does it again tomorrow. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start between Vegas and Edmonton, and this could be quite the feud this year. Vegas, of course, fell out of the playoffs last year when Edmonton gets in, but this is the first of 4 meetings. They'll meet again January 14th, March 25th, and March 28th. So those 2 games on March are close to each other. Could decide on playoff positioning. Could get ugly. Vegas is 14-4. Stone, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points, is once again showing that points don't tell the whole story. He's been very good as a two-way forward. He usually is. He's very dangerous. He's good at getting those takeaways. Pietrangelo, 2 goals, 15 assists, 17 points. Another defenseman having a remarkable season offensively and pretty good in his own end too. On the Edmonton side, a disappointing 9-8 record right now. They were expected to be better than this. Hyman, 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 points, has been very good. Fogle has been very prominent. Only 2 goals and an assist thus far, but the work ethic is there, and I think the goals and assists will start showing up as well. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, we have the New York Rangers in against the San Jose Sharks. The first meeting was October 20th in New York, and San Jose shocked them in overtime, 3-2. So we'll see what happens here. I'm thinking a shootout. So the Rangers, 8-6-4 on the season. Fox, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. Again, another defenseman off to quite the start. Zibanejad, 10 goals, 10 assists, 20 points for him. He's been very good through the first month plus of the season for the New York Rangers. I don't expect that to change. On the San Jose front, they're 6-10-3, and they're very competitive. I don't think they're going to win a ton of games from here on, but they're winning some. They won 3 of their last 4, but they lost last night. Couture, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. His totals have started to go up. And Sturm has been very good. I mean, he's missed some key moments, but he's still got 6 goals with 2 assists. He's still on pace for more than 20 goals this year, which is a bit of a surprise. But let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video, and I will do my best to cover and to review the games in this coming week as well as I can. But this schedule is, there's no other way to describe it. It is a crazy schedule. Considering this isn't really a compacted schedule, it's just everybody plays one day, almost nobody plays the next, and that's the way November's set up. December's a little more sane with the scheduling, but November it's crazy. So I'm doing this a little different. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video, and hey, I will talk to you again soon enough.